so he can keep shooting at him.
So, Shaft taking very solid possession of Charlie here. B is going to be constantly counter-capped, and then on A also there is a pretty good battle going on for that cap.
Yeah, it seems to be a Gearing Minotaur versus a Gearing Salem, but the Conquerors are both trying to assist each other. See what's going on.
This makes this look like it's a smoke Minotaur. It's actually not. That's actually the Gearing smoke, and the Minotaur is currently radaring. There are torps coming as well. Should be safe though. There is a Minotaur-sized gap there.
Okay, here on B, we've got the Daring YOINK being more aggressive on Cold Me Doge.
Biz is actually already down to 9-3. And there are torpedoes going towards Doge. Doge is currently roughly in the middle of those torpedoes.
Doge is radared. Yes, has to accelerate.
Which is, ironically, actually probably going to keep him more safe from those torpedoes. Although he's going to have to dodge shells and torps at the same time. Smoking up. Wanting to stay as close as possible to that cap. Because they are going to want to get Doge back in there to contest it. Shaft with an early points lead. No ships down yet. Both teams with one
so
cap
far.
of points income.
YOINK do have an HP advantage by around 60,000, but they did bring more or higher HP ships to the battle.
Yeah, you have to bear that in mind, definitely, from the like the starting hit points.
Yep. Okay, so up here on the 10-9, something's actually happening. The Harugumo is farming out this Moskva slowly. Moskva's down to 32,000. And the Marceau is keeping it spotted.
See Exodus here raining shells down onto Melvin.
Radars are getting popped, but I mean the Marceau will just be able to just walk out of the radar range. So he's pretty
Kamikaze is using this opportunity to push.
He is, but he needs to be careful about this Yamato.
Extremely careful. That is a very close range to beat to a Yamato.
Yamato's definitely looking at him.
In a random battle, you might expect that Yamato to potentially miss that shot. At this level of gameplay, there is no way this Yamato is going to miss unless you are very quick on your rudder.
Ooh.
Okay. Yep, little pen there through the nose. There's also some deep water torpedoes coming from Biz.
Really risky.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Honestly not entirely sure why Kamikaze's pushed there.
Yeah.
It was not really necessary.
He better have Hydra running. These are deep waters coming straight towards him.
Unless the plan was to keep these two under Hydro, but...
It's accelerating. He does dodge the set. Oof, wow, he only takes 4k damage. He's being really lucky for sure with these Yama salvos.
But why? That's why I want to know. Like, you didn't have to be in this position, Kamikaze's like, why are you here? Yeah.
Why he's there?
So I quite often say at this level, both teams have won until one of them makes a mistake and loses. And I'm not saying this is a misplay, but it is misplays that tend to lose matches. So why Kamikazes is there is a big question mark in my mind right now.
Xando here should be able to take out Mono Guide slowly, with the assist of the Harugumo and the Marceau. He's down to 20k. Let's see what...
Got my eye in the background on Flaxer, who is currently under fire, and also Tambor and CVs are also really low. Flaxer goes down. Shaft. Xando has got torpedoes coming in as he noses in towards Mono.
Mono needs to be
I think Xando is going to go down here as well.
He might, but they might trade Mono. Wait, Kamikaze's actually got away from the Yamato.
Somehow.
Interesting.
Okay, so Shaft still with that points lead. One cap apiece still. But YOINK have actually, down the other end of the map, we weren't really watching, but CVs is down to 1,900 hit points. Biz is down to 4,000. Gearing laying a smokescreen across for the Salem. So the Salem can fire without any risk of anything being inside the smoke bloom radius. Daring of Tambor is just gonna squeak that torpedo. Yep, just past the aft end there. Tambor in a super, super risky spot here right now against these 4 ships, but there's no radar there currently, but Chatband is pushing down. Ooh, we might see a rush.
Marceau, yeah. He's gonna go behind him to force him up, I guess. I thought he would go in front of him, but I guess it's less risky going behind because he only has 1 turret there.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no Yoink players to the rear of Melvin either, really, who can support. Yu Yang is coming back up, but Yu Yang is on pretty low health. Awesome, just waiting to see maybe whether Melvin takes enough damage that he doesn't need to do this rush. Also, Melvin currently radaring, so he's probably waiting for that radar to go down just to make sure that he's going to get as much time as possible to make that run.
Mr. Miracles himself, Kamikazes, is coming down. He's going to be shooting
Mr. Miracles.
I mean, he actually ran at a Yamato.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Yeah, I'm amazed that he managed to get out there. Okay, so Melvin actually pushes all the way up. So Possum, that run has been aborted. No need. Melvin will go down to the Haru and Des Moines. Yep.
So, honestly, 1 minute left here. No real risk of death for Shaft. What Tambor needs to contest this cap, but there's 2 radars on it. There's a Des Moines and the Minotaur.
Yeah, Shaft. The ship difference is 1 to 3, but the hit point difference is actually not that great. Although I think someone just got chunked. I saw the total go down. That might have been Vert. Does Vert take a torp? Nope, manages to squeeze into the gap. Interestingly, oh no, that's Conqueror. I thought that was Yamato firing. Oh, actually, Tenshi might go down here. There is Conqueror AP heading over towards Tenshi.
HE, yeah. Ooh, he does finish him
does
off.
Get him.
6 seconds. I don't think anything's really at risk of death.
Nope.
Maybe Moffel at most. Oh, another kill done.
Yep. Straightforward victory there. And that puts Shaft 2-0 up against Yoink in a pretty, I would say that was pretty decisive wins there for Shaft. So Shaft are going to go through to the internationals, taking 3rd place in EU. Yoink will be going home. And that means that we'll be moving through to the finals later today. So to talk about this runner-up match and also to talk about the finals, I'll pass you back to Chrysantos.
Congratulations to Shaft winning this match against Yoink. And with this, they are the 3rd place team in the EU King of the Sea, and that means they will actually move on to the international stage of King of the Sea that we're going to be hosting next weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Congratulations. Yoink, really well played, but let's dive a little bit into how they lost this match with Private Penguin and Paintsor. So, interesting matchup, interesting ships they also brought. Let's go through the beginning. Paintsor, what did Yoink do potentially wrong with the initial deployment?
Well, it's not that they did anything wrong with the initial deployment. It's more they just got outplayed with the deployments. So, sorry, 1 second. So initially they sent the radar Yu Yang, which was very interesting to see, along with the Daring into the B cap. They got the jump on the enemy destroyer. But they didn't quite manage to get them. So like these guys, apparently I can't drag 2 at the same time. But yeah, these guys fight him. He gets forced out. And he gets forced out this way, and then this. So yeah, they get this cap, and this trying to move forces down C and trying to make this cap as well. So their plan is to take AB, and the plan for the northern team is to take BC instead. Penguin?
They did really well, actually, and I'm a little bit surprised that they were not able to hold their advantage over the course of the battle, because they hit some really, really great torpedoes on the sea cap as well into the smoke train. I think the Des Moines took 3 Yu Yang torpedoes and was down to like 12k HP, something like that. Other ships got junked down to half of the HP, like the Republic. I haven't seen why exactly. Could have been torpedoes as well. Could have been a Yamato salvo, a lucky one. But they had an advantage in health points, and point-wise, they were almost even. So there were some points where everything went down pretty quickly. There were, for example, the gearing that got torped unluckily on the A cap and had removed like 80, 58, 85, 90% of its health down to 2k, which restricts it from pushing any further. On the other side, there was a gearing of YOINK caught between every front there was between the Bravo and the Charlie cap on this position was radared and got annihilated within seconds. And then Chef just decided, that was before the gearing just died, Chef decided to start a push, heavily aggressive there with the Harugumo in a smoke and a Marceau and the Republic pushing onto the Des Moines. And I think that sealed the deal there for YOINK.
Yeah, I think like overall, I think where we're basically everything went wrong was kind of like the mid game where YOINK lost it to Shaft, because they managed actually like around minute 12. The situation was actually 100 points advantage for Shaft, but YOINK had a comfortable HP buffer. They were like 65k HP above Shaft. But then within 3 minutes, it actually turned into an HP advantage for Shaft and a point advantage for 150 points for Shaft by making exactly that play on the sea cap. You could see actually how these ships were positioning around these islands here, and then slowly but steadily moving around it. Even the kamikaze move of kamikazes, just Nomen ist Omen, I guess. Just I didn't even understand like why he made that move, but this entire push of all of these forces down there and just singling out these 2 cruisers and just taking them down, I think really made it difficult for YOINK to kind of find a way back into this game and kind of contest the different caps. So looking at the replay that we have here, we can see the early deployment of both of these teams, right? But overall, is there anything that stands out to you, Painter?
Just the radar Youyang. It really took me by surprise. It's something that we haven't seen very much of. We've usually seen it for the smoke train, but he's managed to completely zone out the enemy destroyer without the need for something large and possibly citadelable in the middle, which provides quite a lot of flexibility that you don't normally have.
Yep.
I really like the Minotaur and gearing combination of Shaft on at the A cap. And I'm not quite sure why they moved back, just because I guess to support on the B and the C cap, they shifted their attention towards that. Because I think they could have won on A easily together with the Minotaur, with a better radar in that situation to hold the A cap.
Maybe, but I think they just consolidated. They kind of realized that okay, we if we manage to take out these forces on C, if you manage to kind of like they pushed the Yamato back, and they managed to take out these cruisers here, which for them meant they could actually build something that we've seen with Rain in the last match that they actually had. Basically building like a curtain where they would say like, okay, if you want to come here, we have our forces deployed here, and if you want to get B, you will have to pay the price. And they were already sitting on a comfortable point lead, which put the entire pressure on YOINK to a certain degree, that they had to chase the points and they had to bleed their HP advantage to kind of get back into the game. So I think this is it would be at least my guess of kind of reading what they were trying to do is basically just seal off B. There's no need to lose any forces on A, as if they can win the B and C fight, they will have this map in their pocket. And that's what they did. So congratulations to Shaft for making it into the international final.